Spallone, glad to be alongside Golden State Warriors star and the league MVP, Stephen Curry. Stephen, how are you feeling today, man?
Feeling good. Appreciate you having me.
Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside Carolina Panthers head coach and former Chicago Bears Super Bowl champion, Ron Rivera. Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside WNBA president, Miss Lisa Borders. Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside Ryan Mundy. Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside Chicago Sky superstar, Elena Deladon. Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside one of the best to ever pick up a basketball, Vince Carter. Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside Chicago's very own Dwayne Wade. Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside NBA superstar Kevin Durant of the Golden State Warriors. Kevin, how are you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. Can't complain.
For you, aside from being fantastic basketball players, there are even better people in the community giving back. How special is that for you, seeing your players having the impact they have on the lives of the youth and the people, not only in the U.S., but across the world?
Well, there's a recognition that it's a twofer, right? You get an athlete and you get an amazing person because they think beyond themselves. They want to bring everybody into the fold, support their individual efforts with their team, but support the broader community efforts by giving back on a regular basis. To whom much is given, much is required, and they never let us down.
As you mentioned, that's a great perspective. And I mean, in general, the DMV area has been notoriously known for producing high-caliber athletes, but most notably basketball players like yourself. With that said, how special is it for you knowing you are that top guy to come out of that area, but also knowing you've paved the way for the future generation of DMV ballers?
Yeah, that was my whole goal, to be honest. You know, of course, I want to be the greatest player I can be, and I want to I want to win championships and do all that stuff, but my main goal was to be the best player from my area.
What's one thing about Ryan Mundy that not many people know that you can share with us, maybe a special hobby or interest, aside from sports and any of your future aspirations?
I'm probably the coolest guy you know.
Okay.
So if you didn't know that, now you do.
Now we know. Just crazy how fast time flies. Already your 18th year in the league, but no shortage of accomplishments. I mean, 8-time All-Star, a slam dunk champ, a guy who revolutionized the art of the dunk, and then let alone a future Hall of Famer. But when you reflect back, what stands out the most about your journey and just that longevity you've had throughout your time?
Being able to transcend to the changing of the game. I mean, I got to play during the old times, if you would, where the game of basketball and the way it's played was a little different. You know, the legal defense and all these different things. Then the NBA changed and wanted to make the game faster, more scoring. So I've gotten to play in all styles and still survive. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of minutes cut, not starting anymore, still being able to hold a spot and play well.
As a former player and a current head coach, are you able to measure success differently through those two respective career paths?
I think so, because, you know, it is about wins and losses. It is about winning the Super Bowl, but to look at where we've come from, you know, when I took over the team, they were coming off a 2-14 season, and each year we got better. And in the last 3 seasons, we've been in the playoffs. Last 3 seasons, we've won the NFC South. So we've been very fortunate that we have grown. And so even though we didn't win the Super Bowl, I do consider it a success because, again, reflecting on where we came from.
You were also recently selected as a member of Team USA, competing this summer in Rio de Janeiro for the Olympics. Just take me through that phone call. How delightful and fulfilling was that for you, seeing that your hard work and dedication did not go unnoticed and playing alongside those players?
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, and I feel like I've been waiting for this my entire life. But when I got that phone call, my heart dropped because I knew it was the call to tell me either I made the team or didn't. And, luckily, immediately Carol said congratulations, and I knew. But it was a dream come true, and it was emotional for me. I got like teary-eyed because it's been such an awesome journey, and this would by far be the pinnacle of my career.
Back here for your annual Sports Academy, how special has it been for you just having the opportunity to give back to the community through this event and seeing the continued impact it's had on the lives of the youth?
No, it's great. I mean, you know, just being a kid yourself, and you know how important moments like this was for you, you know, as you was growing up. So I have an opportunity to be in the position I am in, and being able to, for 13 years, been able to do different camps around the world. It's been incredible, you know, just to give kids an experience, more so than anything. You never know, you know, what someone may come to camp not even caring about basketball, and they may leave with a love for it. Someone may pick up something from your camp, whether it's a word you say, whether it's an interaction, whether it's a relationship, whether it's something that the coaches have told them, and it may be something that they can use in life. So I'm glad to have the platform to be able to do it.
In this particular matchup for New York, they were led by Tina Charles, who had 29 points and 9 boards, propelling the Liberty despite a late run made by the Sky that clearly wasn't enough. Aside from the game, on a stellar high note, Chicago Sky guard and Chicago native Cappie Pondexter was named this morning as one of the top 20 players in WNBA history, a list that includes players like Maya Moore and Candace Parker, among several others. A team that they've had the most success against this season has been the Washington Mystics, and they showcased that this evening, defeating the Mystics 86-84 in overtime behind Elena Deladon's 24 points, a game in which she went 9 of 16 shooting from the field, leading the way. Covering the Chicago Sky here from the Allstate Arena for Hidden Diamond Sports, Derek Spallone. The Team USA men's basketball team came into the United Center this evening for a matchup with Venezuela in preparation for the Rio Olympics next week. Team USA handled Venezuela easily, defeating them 80-45 behind 13 points from Kyrie Irving. And 13 points from Klay Thompson off the bench. US's bench counted for half of the team's points, scoring 40 points. They also managed to out-rebound Venezuela with a plus 15 advantage and also had their way inside with a 42-14 margin and scored 22 points off of Venezuela's 19 turnovers. One player who got the crowd at the United Center up on their feet was none other than Jimmy Butler.
It's a task at hand, but we want to continue this winning tradition and bring home gold for us and for him. So thank you again.
Butler, who started the game, finished the game having 4 points and 8 rebounds. However, one crucial play came down the stretch in the fourth quarter when Kyle Lowry went to save the ball, flipped it behind his back, and up to Jimmy Butler, who slammed it home. Looking ahead for Team USA, they will wrap up their exhibition series as they will head to Houston for a matchup with Nigeria on Monday, August 1st. Covering the 2016 Team USA men's basketball national team here from Chicago for Hidden Diamond Sports, Derek Spallone.